y'all check this out. Tell me this ain't redneck. Old Daniel Rocker done brought me a Mustang here for some parts. Look at it. He done changed this thing up. Look at it. That's some cool shit right there, ain't it? That's good. Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Well, it's another day, another dollar, about 8 o'clock in the morning. Out here, gonna get started on this race car. Something I ain't really talked about right here. A car I bought. Some people know, some people don't. But anyways, I got this little car. Let me turn around the camera real quick. So we got us a race car. This car right here used to be Brad Edwards' car, and Justin Harris bought it. Justin Harris raced it for a few years. Been wrecked a few times. I bought it from Justin, got a good deal on it. He gave me a hell of a good deal on it, considering what a cage like this would cost. So we're gonna build this into Kaidyn's new race car. I'm not on know when I'm gonna put this on video or not, but it'll come out one day. Car has carbon tubs in it. TM work in the back looks pretty good. A couple bars need to be welded on a couple spots I seen in this car that should have been welded. It wasn't welded all the way. We're gonna weld it up. That frame rail, he wrecked it. It pushed that frame rail back about 1 inch versus this side. So we're gonna get inside of it, and I'm gonna pull the seat out of it, put a quarter power off them bars right there in the back, and we're gonna push right on that section like we did Nigel's and push it out. But like I said, I need to get through and push that frame rail out. We're gonna retube the front of it and all, get it into a roller, put some doors on it, put some windows, put a quarter panel on it. Tub ain't totaled. Like I said, it's not bad. So anyways, let's look at this other car. We also got the old wing now backed into a tree, so I'm gonna hammer this out. I'm gonna replace the flat part of it. I'm gonna put the big wing back on it. I got this car down here. A good friend of mine, Daniel Reichert, he come by and the other night and said, man, I got a car I bought. I done some trading on. It's got some parts you can use. So he dropped this thing off to me right here. So got our quarter glass windows, got our doors that we need, got a back bumper. So I'll get out here and pull these out in a little bit. I'll pull the doors off of it. Start using this thing, parts for that thing to get that thing together. So it's not gonna be a bad little car. He's gonna pull the K member out of it. That's what he wants to do. He wants to pull the K member out of it. I'm gonna use some different stuff from odd and ends from around the car. Got some fender towards the front of it and all that. This car used to be a GT car, as you can tell, with the ground effects used to be on the bottom of it. Somebody pulled them off. But like I said, I'm gonna use parts off this one. I'm gonna start putting that thing together. Got the majority of the stuff, the doors, everything off. Broke one window. They had so much freaking sealant somebody put on one of these. Usually these little windows, they just seal right here. Well, somebody had just freaking globbed urethane and caulk behind of it. And like I said, it shattered, taking it loose, but oh well. We'll get another one. Right there's how it all starts right there. Bunch of parts. Someone eager to build it, so got stuff to start putting this thing together. So I gotta get a quarter glass window, quarter on it. It's gonna be a decent looking car. Get the wing rebuilt. Ain't gonna be bad. So I got it loaded on the trailer. I done cut the tail panel out. Now I'm gonna spin the truck around because my drop cord on reach so far. I'm gonna go ahead and knock this quarter panel down and get it out of the car. There she is. I honestly can't believe I got through that whole thing with one saw blade. Had to straighten it out twice. That's what it looked like, because when you get down to here, it's pretty rough. This thing had some rust in it down in these lower rockers, a bunch of dirt. But like I said, we got the whole tail panel off. What we need now, we'll skin it. We'll take all the inner fender and all the structure off of it, and then we'll weld it now the car. Won't be too bad. So look at this. This is what happens when you have good friends. This housing right here was in Nigel's car. It's the OG housing. Big 9-inch ends, TRZ brackets. Super nice rear end. Hit the wall with it. Bent one axle. There, we put it back in the car for a little bit. Then he got a Marlette rear end, an 8.8. They turned around and got him a housing and all that. And then he decided to buy a 9-inch off of him afterwards. They had sponsored an 8.8 housing, I think, if I remember right. This thing's been over there. So me and Kaidyn, what we do, Kaidyn? When we got this housing, so we're gonna what, 15 by 12, what, 4.5 inches of back spacing?
I don't know none of all that.
So Kaidyn got him a housing for his race car. What do you think about this race car, Kaidyn? What do you think about it? What do you think I'm gonna do to you with old OG Ghost and Daddy? What's he gonna do against you in that car right there?
All over you, son.
You think you're gonna run all over me?
I'm the pappy.
You the pappy?
I'm the pappy.
You gonna tune it yourself? You gonna tune it yourself?
You want me to do that now?
Look like you're a little nervous there. You know if I put your boost curve in, what's gonna happen? You know I'm gonna run all over you, don't you? You know if I put your boost curve in, what's gonna happen? I'm gonna run all over you and get this thing together. But this is the plan, like I said. Ain't a bad little deal. Like I said, I think it's gonna work out good. I gotta check all the welds out real good, and I just told me to check them real good and everything. So order me some axles for it. I'll order me a spool and a gear. And we'll go ahead and start getting this thing together. I gotta get some lower control arm, the hams for the back of it, because I got some control arms already. So a few odds and ends, we'll have this thing in the car. So got the housing just set under the car for now. I got an axle that we can measure off of for what axles we need. Need to really get this thing dried in so the water ain't just raining in the car. Cars like this don't do good when they get wet. It's not good. It's too much bare metal, too much weld and stuff. So we really need to come over here and get these doors mounted. Well, see, these are actually pretty sweet. If you're going to do fiberglass doors, this is the way to do them. Is to go through and put a bracket like this deal on it, so you don't have the more flimsy hinges that like flex and stuff like this to take the doors on and off. I don't have that option. Honestly, it's cool and all, but the problem is with it is I don't like taking doors on and off because it tears paint up like that. Tears up the edge of the doors and all, and this car is going to have steel doors, steel fenders. I mean, if I had a nice fiberglass door I could put on here, I wouldn't mind running something like this, but we don't have that, so we got to come in here and we got to cut this out so we can get access to them holes to bolt our door up. We're going to cut this piece off. We're going to cut that lower piece off because, like I said, it's all going back. This piece here is going to get cut off because it's going to have a fender that bolts back up here like it is factory. Or I might leave this on and I might just Zeus fasten right there. We don't know about that yet. Figure that out. But first off, let's get in here and get this bracket cut off, and that way we can get these doors hung and get the doors sealed off from the weather out here. Alright, so we got them cut off. Now I'm going to take a flat wheel, grind them flat, throw a little primer on them spots, then we put this door on it. Start getting this thing so day one's turning out pretty good. Got the door on it, got to lift it up just a hair bit more to get my body line here and make sure there ain't no Bondo here. There might be Bondo here, but we'll sand this out to make sure. So I like my body lines to be nice and crisp and even. I really will wait till I get the front end, and that way I can make everything square. Kind of like that car. If you look at the door on it, see right there? I like it to be smooth down it. So we're gonna work on getting the other door on. It's getting dark, run out of daylight out here, so at least we got one door on it. Ain't too bad. So we got the doors on. I got to cut one little piece off there and put my seal on around it. But doors closed decently. This side over here, still got to do work on it, but I ain't worried about it because we got to put the quarter panel on it first. So We'll graft this quarter panel onto it, and then I'll work on getting this hatch. They used to have some pieces welded up there, so I gotta get up in there and grind that down so I can bolt the hatch down. Still gotta get a quarter glass, but all in all, it's a good day's worth of work for the first day on it. Let me tell y'all a little history about the car, okay? So this car right here was Brad Edwards' car. He raced it for a long, long time, 2009, 10, around that, if I remember right. It used to be white with this wild paint job on it, running drag radial, or limited drag radial, run limited drag radial for years. Justin Harris bought it, put a big block Chevrolet with like a 118 or something on it. Ended up going like some 4.0, I think 407 or 409, something like that, like 189 mile an hour with their 192, somewhere around that. Like I said, it was a 4.0 car. Ended up, he wrecked it a few times. There was a few times that he had some stuff happen down at Lights Out and stuff like that in Georgia. Well, this last time he wrecked it, had an oil filter blow loose. The O-ring blowed out on it, from what I heard, and it put him in the wall. So on like a 420 pass. So he got the quarter panel, tore the front up on the car right here, pushed that back. So we'll jack that out a little bit. Like I said previously, we're gonna jack that back out and fix everything, retube the front of it. It had fiberglass doors, nose, all that on. It's gonna have steel doors, steel fenders, front end. A lot like Ghost. It just has a very badass chassis inside of it. Very, very nice, double frame rail, 25.2. A lot more cage, a lot safer for Kaidyn. Ghost, I'm gonna continue to race Ghost. This is Kaidyn's car. Kaidyn's gonna be running this car. We're gonna run it in like OG28 stuff like that, Shady Side stuff. They don't really have a weight limit. We can make the car lighter, but I like my steel doors. I just do. I'm gonna gut them out and stuff, and the car's still gonna be a lot lighter than what Ghost is, but it's gonna be a lot safer for Kaidyn. You know what I mean? It'll just have a lot better cage. He'll be a lot safer for what he's running versus this car with a 10-point in it. You know what I mean? This car, we're probably gonna take it and change some stuff up on it. And it's probably gonna go to start running like limited street stuff. I'll probably do some no prep stuff with this car. That car is gonna be more of our Shady Side Outlaw car, our car to go race. Like, we'll have to put a bunch of weight in it for Shady Side Outlaw, but it's gonna be our car to race like the Outlaw race stuff around, stuff like that. But that's gonna be Kaidyn's ride. Like I said, this will be my ride. We'll both be racing, but like I said, it's still a good car, good chassis, certified 6.0s and a quarter at 3,200 pounds. So it's gonna be a good car. Like I said, I'm gonna take that quarter, put that quarter on it. I'm gonna fix the old Ghost's old wing put on the back of it. I'm gonna get the body shaped up. I got a hell of a deal on this car, honestly. He sold it to me for $2,000 and $160 for the mid plate. He told me $150. I only had $160 on me, so I just gave him $160 for it. So I got $2,160 in the chassis itself, which would be $13,000, $14,000 if you had somebody weld one together for you. But anyways, not a bad day's worth of work for the first day. So please like, share, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you one later. Thanks.